The 11th-ranked Florida Gators volleyball team is set to hit the hardwood tonight. Florida looks to stay hot in a date with rival Georgia. The Gators have won 5 consecutive games and 12 of their last 13. Boy, they're on fire. It's homecoming week here in Gainesville as Gators football is coming off a 52-17 blowout victory over Eastern Washington. Will Levenson here at Hawthorne High School. It's the Hawthorne Hornets and the Gibbs Gladiators. The undefeated Hawthorne Hornets put up 48 points last week. Tonight, but a defensive struggle. 7-6 is our score at the half. A lot of turnovers here tonight. Back for the second half. It should be a good one. To the high school gridiron, where the Hawthorne Hornets remained undefeated last night. Hawthorne, seen here dressed in orange, took down the Gibbs Gladiators of St. Petersburg 21-12 to improve to 5-0 on the year. On a rare Tuesday night football game that was moved from Friday thanks to Hurricane Ian, Hawthorne trailed 12-7 in the third quarter. They didn't look back from there, scoring the game's final 14 points. But check out this impressive one-handed grab from Gibbs wide receiver Devin Walton, going up and getting it. My goodness. Next up for the undefeated Hornets, they'll get a bit of a rest before traveling to Union County next Friday. And here they come marching on down, the pride of the sunshine. It's the best band in the nation, the Gator Band. Here we are at the centerpiece of it all, the corner of University and 13th, where the parade makes its big turn to the right. This is where it all goes down. This is where it all happens.
But Will, it hasn't been the same story on defense.
You're right, Elise. No, it has not. And while we shouldn't push any panic buttons on the program as a whole, I would slam any and all panic buttons on the defensive side. In short, it's been bad, like eye-openingly bad. Florida ranks last in the entire FBS in third down defense. Not just last in the SEC, last in the entire FBS, number 131 in the nation. Third down is the most important down in football. It changes games, it decides games, and Gator opponents get first downs nearly 53% of the time. Yes, we need to be patient and wait for Napier and Patrick Toney and company to get their guys, but it's hard not to criticize what has been the worst Florida Gators defense in the last 50 years. With the top-ranked Georgia Bulldogs next on the docket, Elise, the Gators will have to clean things up defensively. History in Germany. The first ever NFL regular season game on German soil did not disappoint. A sold-out Allianz Arena remained packed well after the final whistle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Seattle Seahawks, as thousands of football fans from across the globe sang along to soak in the moment. It was more than a game, it was a celebration for a sport that is truly becoming global. Chris Moore, a former NFL player and German native, said American football is quickly growing in his home nation.
Germany, outside of Canada and the US, is probably the biggest market for NFL football. They could have sold 3 million tickets for one game, so it's kind of put it in perspective that how big this gotten here.
The NFL can see this growing popularity and has taken action by confirming that games will continue to come to Germany until at least 2025. That will certainly make the German fans happy, but it's hard to be happier than Tampa Bay Bucks fan and Munich native Tobias Stark, who's waited decades to see his team play.
You can't describe it, you know. I never thought that an NFL game would take place in Germany. And yeah, later on it's in my hometown in Munich, and it's my home team, so it's more than I can ever imagine. Could have ever imagined. It's totally crazy for me.
The city of Munich was taken over by German and European fans in NFL jerseys all across the town, many of which don the pewter and red with the Bucks playing. This is something Tobias didn't quite see coming.
I never knew there were so many Bucks fans in Germany. We thought we were just a small group. We know there's, especially since Brady signed with the Bucks, there were more Bucks fans, but not this many Bucks fans like we see now. Here, I saw 100,000 of people in Munich wearing Bucks jerseys. Never thought about it.
Tobias has been able to grow his fandom on social media, specifically on Twitter. It was there where he connected with fellow Bucks fans. However, it wasn't until this week that Tobias finally got to meet his virtual friends. One Bucks fan that Tobias met and quickly became friends with this weekend was Moritz Stump, who is equally ecstatic to have his favorite team come to Germany.
It's insane. It's great that football is growing internationally. I think it's a huge chance for Germany and the whole European market to grow. And I think it's great. When you go through the city of Munich, you see football jerseys. It's insane. And it's not only the Bucks, it's every team. I think it's really great for the European market and the German market as well.
The first NFL game in Germany certainly proved one thing, and that's football is not going anywhere in Germany. The NFL will be back, and the fans are excited to have it. Will Levenson, WUFT News. Richard Lewis in the pistol formation hands it off inside to Shepard Bridges. Bridges heads to the outside, bowls by a defender and gets beyond midfield to the 45-yard line. I guess say maybe been out of bounds a bit before then. Yeah, just about the 46. So a nice gain to the outside, and it's those 4 and 5 yard runs that are going to be key for Ridgeview in the second half. They want to get back in this one. Got to be able to move the ball. Got to be able to sustain drives.
Got to be able to move the ball without Eastside shooting themselves in the foot and committing penalties. Again, both of Ridgeview's drives came off of big Eastside penalties that gave them free yards, and give them credit for taking advantage of it. But you got to have a sustained drive and not rely on Rams penalties.
Lewis in the shotgun takes the snap, fires over the middle. Might have been an early hit. Yeah, they're going to call pass interference on Jeremiah Williams, who got to the receiver, Deshaun Green, a little early. Tried little curl route inside just about the 43-yard line, and Jeremiah Williams heads to the sideline asking coaches, what did I do wrong? But they're teaching him down there. He just got there a bit too early. He can't hit the receiver before the ball comes. And that's going to be pass interference, an automatic first down for Ridgeview. And as you said, those penalties were so key in that first half, giving Ridgeview second chances on their drives. And now getting it near the red zone, deep into Eastside territory, inside the 35-yard line.
Just as I say, you shouldn't rely on Eastside's penalties to get yards, but if Eastside's going to commit these penalties, why not rely on them?
Richard Lewis in the shotgun, going to hand it off inside the Bridges. Bridges looked like he had a lane, but cut it back inside, and there were about 3 or 4 Eastside defenders to meet him in the middle and push him back for a short gain. Nice defensive play by the Eastside front.
As you said, he had a big lane on the outside, cut upfield initially to avoid the containing Eastside defender. I believe that was Jesse Barnes, but then he had a lane back on the outside, and rather than continuing to go back outside, cut back in where all the Rams defenders were. So no gain. Ball still on the 30-yard line.
Lewis in the shotgun. 2 receivers stud to the right. They're going to try a quick little slant pattern into the middle of the field, and it's well defended. A couple Eastside defenders in the area. Ball was a bit too low. Welcome back to the Stevenson Septic Tank Services High School Football Game of the Week at Citizens Field. It's 2nd and long for Richard Lewis and company. It's intercepted. That one is picked off, and it's going to be a house call. That is an interception, a pick 6, and a touchdown for Eastside. 24, Brandon Perry read the play perfectly and is in the end zone for 6, but there is a penalty marker on the field, so we'll check this one. But a heck of a play defensively nonetheless by Brandon Perry.